Taking the introductions away from me, sir?
Of course. Well, on Willand, in the top left corner, it is the pink circle from My Insanity, the Swiss team, DaNa.
And his opponent in the upper right, representing Team Vega. Curiously enough, DaNa's old team, it's the Orange Protoss player, Monty. And it's, you know, the weird thing about that last game, this sounds so weird to dissect it like this, and if I'm completely wrong, please just tell me to shut up, but I feel so much of that came down to the way he used his first 6 lings. Not that he lost the game because of it, but I feel like he could have done so much more, and perhaps, just maybe, Monty would have been able to get away with as much as he did that game.
Yeah, that could be. Well, the thing is, yeah, the Warp Prism was also very unfortunate, but I think the Warp Prism flew over his links, so must have seen it, to be honest. Oh, Monty is going for a gateway expansion. What do you think about it? Do you like it?
I like it on Whirlwind, because you never know where the spawns are, of course. It takes a while to expand, and if you go with a Forge Fast expand, it gives you that defensive edge for sure, but you want to be able to put on some pressure, because your opponent's going to have that same mentality, where it's like, maybe I'll just play a little more greedy, I'll get some extra drone rounds out, because I don't expect my opponent to, do the gateway expand. Not that this is exactly metagaming, but being able to put pressure on is always nice.
Oh yeah, or just normally playing the gateway expansion, so the opponent is going for hedge first and then just can rush in because they're going forge first, stuff like this.
Yeah,
all about the metagame.
Well, the big thing here too is he's taking the gas in such a fashion that the Cyber Core will be starting Warp Tech, Mothership Core will be out. We'll probably most likely see that very famous Stalker Zealot Mothership Core poke.
Yeah, maybe into +1 4-gate aggression.
Well, let's
maybe
see how
or
that
in
evolves.
some. Well, Monty is in Vega. I don't know Monty that well as a player, but he's in Vega, and if I know something, then it is that Vega Protoss players have interesting builds. Well, Vega players overall, like Gilliardi or Starbuck or Verity, they all have pretty unique builds. So I think Monty will play some aggression once more.
I need to express something here, guys. It was a joke someone made on Reddit. This is Binary Evasion Zervos casting with me. I am Rifkin. He's just got that accent, so please don't get too out of control with this. I also saw in chat someone asking, where can I find the VODs for this? VODs are always up on our Twitch channel, and half the time they're up on YouTube. We usually just put the finals / quarterfinals / really good games up on our YouTube channel, but always the VODs will be cut up here on Twitch TV. You can check out our highlights section. I take a lot of time, put a lot of dedication into it, and I hope you guys appreciate it.
Well, a pretty quick Twilight Council in Monty's main base, so I would say he's going for DTs. DT opening, pretty scary.
DTs are kind of nice. They're that risky move that aren't exactly the most risky. They're only risky in the terms of like how much damage can you do with them. If your opponent catches your DTs, yeah, okay, he'll defend it, but you're still going to take some damage from them nonetheless. But ooh, that force field from Monty might have just told him everything that DaNa needed to know. Now the Overlord's going to slowly get in here later on, but you don't force field the ramp unless you really want to protect your tech, and there's only really 2 situations in which you do this, and that's when you're super rushing a Stargate or you're super rushing DTs. Either way, going to really encourage a Spore Crawler.
Yeah, at least one at the natural. But the thing is, if the opponent is going for DTs and you have a late lair, it's pretty hard to get the third up. This is always so annoying. For example, maybe you cannot kill a lot of drones, but you can delay your third so much, or force a cancel or whatever. Because you can't get detection there until you have lair, because you don't have the creep spread there to put on the Spore Crawler. So, maybe you like DTs? I don't like them.
The DT question aside, it might not even become a problem. All these lings are flooding in right now. We do have a Photon Overcharge available, but this is so many Zerglings flooding into the base. Force field does go down on the ramp once again, but Dark Templar, the shrine is so far off, and he sacrificed. He's got, oh my god, only 1 gateway, no warp tech. Well, he does have warp tech, but it hasn't transformed. I mean, he pushes this back for the time being, but I mean, if DaNa keeps on with the aggression, if he follows this up with another big hit squad, I don't know, man. The Dark Templar might not even be able to get across the field. A really sick force field, though.
Yeah, that was pretty good. But DaNa should know that something is wrong, because he only saw... Well, maybe there would be 1 gate in the main of Monty, but he should assume that something's fishy here. For example, like a Stargate or a DT shrine. So he should put down spores,
There we go.
which he's doing.
There we go.
Good.
Good response coming out of DaNa, but the problem is, of course, Dark Templar do such a wicked amount of damage. Like, you can get on top of the Spore Crawlers with like 3 Dark Templar and kill them before they really are problematic. So DaNa might not initially know that this is Dark Templar. He's going to definitely see this in a moment, and when he does, we'll probably have an Overseer warped in, or morphed in, I should say.
Oh, his lair is complete. Yeah, that's very cool.
Yeah, already has one coming in. Now, the Dark Templar are going to definitely kill some drones here, no question about it. I mean, these will get cleaned up, but there's only a queen to defend right now. A couple lanes flooding on in.
It's pretty cool. He's filling his circlings, and he will get both of the Dark Templars without too many drone losses.
Yeah, but there's the Overseers.
In the worker count.
I like that he made a lot of Overseers too. Like, he doesn't necessarily want to rely on just one. It's very easy to be pulled out of position or even lose that Overseer. I mean... If you guys have seen Carbot lately, anything can kill Overseers pretty much, including feedbacks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the scary thing for DaNa is he's got to find that pylon. Like, he doesn't know it's there yet. He hasn't even scouted down there, actually. But the longer it's there, it's not even the Dark Templar that are a big threat. If he lets that pylon live for so long, we're suddenly going to have, you know, 3/3 Zealots warping in, which are actually a bit more difficult to deal with than Dark Templar are.
Oh, yeah. But DaNa is in a pretty okay position at the moment. I mean, he can drone up safely because he has not to fear any kind of pressure build or pushes or all-ins just yet, because you can't, with the DT tech, you can't push without having charge lots. So
yeah.
Monty's going for a 3rd base. Pretty early, pretty greedy.
There we go, now the charge is coming up. But yeah, like the DT tech, I think the greatest bruiser sort of follow-up to this is the fact that, okay, suddenly you realize you can no longer use Dark Templar. There's Overseers on the field, there's Spores everywhere. We'll turn them into Archons. Archons are so good against every single unit the Zerg player has.
Oh yeah.
But still, Dark
Templar...
Templar...
frustrating.
Man, I gotta point out, DaNa's really not losing much to this. These Dark Templar hit squads are not worth the investment, but at the 3rd base, gonna finally pick up a couple of drones.
But losing the Dark Templar for it is also...
Oh, he might not. He's running out of range of the detection. Overseer's a little bit further off, but this kind of shows, oh, hey, well, there's a pylon. And that big, advantageous, sneaky pylon he had is now no longer available.
Yeah, but it goes down, and he has started... Now he will start unit production shortly. Well, he has made a little round of units to poke into the 3rd base, but I'm not sure whether it's enough with the bottom overcharge and the...
Nice force fields, though. Really well done. Will drive the links off, but in the main, what is there to hold but one single Zealot? Another photon overcharge is available if he wants to pop it, but he should be able to hold this without burning it.
Yeah, but he can bait out some force speeds. That's always good to have.
Oh, I was gonna say he's just gonna kill the sentry straight up at this raid. DaNa's got to focus him down, man. He's got 2 sentries here in the red. 1 goes down, 2 goes down. Oh, but doesn't quite get 3 and 4.
I think he got 3 of them, and 1 of them was full energy. Oh. So that's a very good trade for him. Because look at the force field count. He has like 4 force fields at the moment, and DaNa's playing Ro8 Hydra, and force fields are so important against Ro8 Hydra.
Yeah, I mean, it's so weird to see. Like, you can put 100 sentries in someone's hand, but if they can't do force fields well, they're still gonna lose every single time.
Oh yeah, but if you can force field well, that's...
Well, I think Monty has shown us some really sick force fields so far this game, so I'm very much looking forward to the fight when it comes.
Yeah, and he just started Immortal production, and he will add in some Archons maybe, or not, just some DTs to try to harass again. Because DaNa might feel safely now, but yeah, he isn't, just with a Spore Crawler. I mean, if a DT comes in and kills like 6 drones, that's worth it for him. Because DaNa has to remake drones and loses mining time and stuff.
But the DTs really aren't doing just that, though. I mean, this is, I think, DT number 12 and 13 or something at this point. He's only killed 18 workers. I mean, DaNa's got some really good response. It's not like Monty's not trying. He's not doing this stupidly, but DaNa's just got some really good response to these Dark Templar attacks.
Rifkin, please do me a favor and look at the worker count for Monty.
I know, 71 to 58.
You don't see that too often.
No, especially not versus Zerg. It's kind of ridiculous. But okay, big engagement. Nice force fields go down, but actually the Roach is going to focus fire down the sentries. A really nice call out of DaNa. Now he's only left with a couple very low energy sentries. Time warp even going down here. This could be hard to hold.
Can't get in front.
You know, Monty, he's got that giant worker lead, but he doesn't have that army lead, and it's really going to hurt him here. Mothership Core does go down, so no
Blink is pretty useful at this moment.
Absolutely, especially getting behind the cannons like that, but there's no Photon Overcharge available, so what's going to defend this third base? He might have all those extra probes right now, but not for long. This is going to get nasty. Now he's got to pick up that pylon so he just, or sorry, the cannon rather, so he can just sort of roam around the base uncontested, but look at this, despite the sexy blinks coming out of Monty, he's still losing these stalkers. Lings coming in from behind, trapping the blinked stalkers. They are on cooldown now, of course. But DaNa now getting to that probe line, and we see that number dwindling, the worker count rising like crazy here. Hydras with their massive DPS.
Oh, and that's around. Oh, he's blinking on top of the Hydras. That's not a good decision.
No, especially with the Zerglings coming from behind. Good game.
Wow, DaNa. Nice aggression.
A completely different DaNa than we saw in Game 1. But I'm happy about that, because that's going to send us to Game 3, guys. Tying this up 1-1 in the quarterfinals.